once again, I apologize for that abrupt ending. When I tried to start, when I was trying to continue the stream, my Wi-Fi decided to be a dick and shut down on me. So I had to do a diagnostic test on both my PlayStation and my Wi-Fi router. I still have no idea what's wrong with it. But for those just joining in, we just started out the game. We took down Rhino, and we investigated a disturbance at Roxxon Plaza, and we did a challenge. Now we're going to do another one. And we changed costumes 3 times. My love for Spider-Man costumes is something else, so I'm always going to be changing costumes in every stream. Well, maybe not this one. There's pretty much only like 5 costumes that I fuck with like daily. But when it comes to Spider-Man 2018, I fuck with nearly every costume in the roster. Maybe like 3 or 4 I don't really mess with.
Hey Miles, this combat challenge is all about the art of the dodge. Defeat the enemies while taking as little damage as possible. 3 hits, and you'll have to restart. Step into the circle when you're ready.
Okay.
Good luck.
Time to dodge.
Initiate melee attack. Ranged enemies incoming. Watch out for gunfire. Pulling the trigger. Look out.
Try again, Ho.
Restart. More enemies incoming.
That's a lot of guys.
Heads up. Ranged enemies on the field.
Bitch.
Incoming. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Got something for you.
Friendly unit disabled.
Boom.
Another wave incoming. Keep it up.
Heat doesn't make it easy.
Boom.
Strategic barriers.
Try again.
Friendly instance. Ranged enemies incoming. Watch out for gunfire. Pulling the trigger. Look out.
Close one.
Restart. More enemies incoming.
That's a lot of guys.
Running. Close combat subroutine.
Try again.
Heads up. Ranged enemies on the field. Incoming. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
You know what I wish that we got, with the comic run of Ultimate Spider-Man? I wish around the time the Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales came out, that we had gotten a game to go alongside it. Now, for those who don't know, we actually did get an Ultimate Spider-Man game back in 2005 when the comic series was still running.
Oh, lucky hit.
Come on. But the comic game takes place between the Venom story arc and I think maybe the Trask arc. Actually, they take place in the same continuity, but it definitely takes place during the Venom story arc. Well, during and after. And it's one of those games that is, it's held up over time, mechanics and all. The only thing that I think that hasn't held up very well over the years was the fact that we only get like 5 costumes to wear, besides the base costume anyway. We get the wrestling costume, we get the bootleg costume from the comic where Spider-Man has to fight Dr. Octopus, and he ends up, stumbling onto the set of the first Spider-Man movie. And Marvel Comics not knowing, if they had the rights to use, oh my fucking god. And the people writing the comics not knowing that they had the right to use Sam Raimi's likeness, Tobey Maguire's likeness in the comic, they decided to go with this off-brand, yellow and green costume. And in a few, come on, and a few comics actually made it out into production with the yellow and with the yellow and green costume, being seen in the book, and they called him Arachno Man. Kind of odd, to think that, if you're putting a Spider-Man movie reference inside of a comic book, it's crazy to believe that you can't actually put, Spider-Man in the same comic, even if he is an actor, or the story is supposed to take place in the same universe. But the wrestling suit, the Arachno suit, the Peter Parker. Well, there's a costume that lets you go around as Peter Parker. There's actually two of them. One has a hoodie on, and one's just in his normal clothes. And then, of course, there's the black suit costume, which you get after completing everything in the main story. City tokens, city challenges, races, stuff like that. But for what it's worth, being a game from the mid-2000s, you can't really expect too much to be in it with the limited hardware. Try again. Oh. 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 We just hit 100. Try again.
More guys. All right. Let's do this.
Oh. Boom. Boom.
Did anyone see that?
Try again.
Perfect dodge right there.
$133, and not a single hit.
You're the ultimate, Miles. What else is there to say?
3.0 has been unlocked. Let's see what that one is. This shouldn't be too hard.
Vamos a janguear.
Got 2 words for you. Air combat. In this challenge, enemies only take damage while airborne. Get as many airborne KOs as possible. Approach the prompt when you're ready.
Air combat? Oh, I got this.
Initiating. Combat script. Hold up. We've got an ultimate Spider-Man over here. Well done.
Let's go through the traversal ones. I want to leave the stealth ones for last. Not because they're difficult, but because, if everybody, for the people who stuck around, the longest when I started these streams, they know how much I love stealth in games. You can thank Shattered Dimensions for that, and the Arkham series. I didn't actually grow up with the Arkham series. I may have played it a couple times growing up, but I didn't exactly, embrace the stealth side with Arkham until, just fairly recently. But it was Shattered Dimensions that, made me embrace stealth. And I thank them for, introducing me to stealth combat. It's so much more satisfying taking down your enemies when they're oblivious to it. But of course, in Shattered Dimensions, sometimes I just feel like, not doing stealth at all. And I take down, every enemy that I see, buck wild and, and free of rain. Web throw 3 objects at enemies. Achieve 10-time
Gotta
combo.
help that person before they get beaten up any worse. Hey, man, that is not okay.
Oh, crap, it's the fighter! You can't take all of us! I'm gonna pound Gotta beat on the kid!
Try again. Boom.
That's what you get for harassing people.
You good?
Thank God you got here, Spider-Man.
Those guys
Why are
were
you
awful.
even on a roof at
Glad they're
nighttime
off
in
the
New
street.
York? As soon as we get to this next location, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back in about 3 minutes.